There we go. All right. There we go. It's full screen me now. All right. There we go. Yeah, Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Shanna. How's everybody doing? Looks good. Yeah. All right. So we've dropped Randy off. He was going to be on there to read questions to me if needed. But we're going to go solo so that you can see what's going on here. Hopefully you can see me well. And just bear with me as I adjust. I think that's pretty good. How's that? Is that better, everyone? But yeah, I can do this solo. It's all good. Randy can be in the comments offering all the snide comments he wants. But anyways, this week we're making this. I dreamed this up one day. And of course, it's a chair board or sail board that we do in the 6-foot version. But I'm like, what if you wanted one for the cake table or gift table or something? And of course, you could put writing on it. Be very cute. I'll have my silhouette here for next week, but it's not here yet. It's at my daughter's house. So it would be really cute. You could say, welcome. It could be a welcome thing, but it's tabletop size. And I'm going to show you how I made it today. Full disclosure, I just made this once. This is completely out of my brain. And this is how I put it together. Let me know if you have any questions. Hi, Sandra. Nice to have you on. Why is this being silly? Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Hi, Erica. Nice to have you on. Hi, Michelle Kimball. I missed you coming in earlier. Carletta. All my lovely ladies are here. And Randy. Randy's in the comments, so he'll be typing back to you, okay? In his hunt and peck style that he's perfected, absolutely. But we are there. So I wanted to show you first with an explanation. I'm not going to completely make the board, but it's super cinchy. It's one board that you buy at your dollar store, Dollarama, Dollar Tree, all of those things, even Walmart, I think, carries them. It's got paper on either side and then a core, that's the name, foam core board of foam, okay? You can see it's kind of thick. And it doesn't wobble too much, right? It can wave. And what I've done, let me show you here. I have a tape measure for a weight on the back just to hold it in place. You could throw balloon weights back there, not a problem, just to help hold it. It does stand on its own. You can see I've got the weight off there. It does stand, but it's a little wobbly. I just wanted to have it done. But you can see this is one complete board. So what I did is I scored from the front across the bottom. I did 4 inches. I think 4 inches. A good size to have as a foot. Okay. And score the front and fold it. Don't completely cut through it so that it folds. Okay. I think you can all see that, how that folds. Okay. And then from the center, I put like a little pin, and I had a pen on a string, and I started at the top, and I simply went down and marked my, you can even see the pink on there, probably, where I drew my lines, and then that I completely cut those out, and that's what became these guys. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. That's what became these swoops that I glued in place. I just used glue dashes, but you could use hot glue. Okay, would hold it very nicely. I don't have my hot glue gun here, so I had to improvise. But as you can see, the glue dashes are holding very well. I just put 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, and we're good to go. And then you can see just something as light as a metal tape measure holds it completely in place. Okay, so it's Hi, Cindy. How are you? I'm looking forward to our call tomorrow. All right. So what do you think? What's the thoughts on all this? Do you think you could sell it? Do you think you would ever want to make it? We're going to make it here tonight. And full disclosure, when I was packing to come over here, Randy and I were divvying up balloons like we were going through a divorce. Oh, you get half of those and you get half of those. Actually, I left him with the most because I can get balloons here. It's just been a little hectic. I haven't had a chance to get an order in yet. So I'm working with what I got, but what I got worked out pretty good. So we're going to remake this little garland. It's so cute. For my cat. Yes, there you go. For her birthday, she can sit next to. Love it. Awesome. What did I use to cut it? Just a box cutter. Okay, just a regular box. My dad had it in the workshop, heavy duty box cutters, but you can use whatever. An X-Acto knife would work. Okay, something that's going to cut through the full, both of them, but it'd be really cute. You know, even for first birthday for a smash cake, you know, to have this beside them, you know, Elizabeth turns 1 or whatever, it'd be really cute. And in all fairness, I didn't have the exact balloons that I would have loved to use, so I had to improvise a little bit because my white are linking balloons. They're link balloons. So, but it actually worked out kind of good, and I'm going to show you why. And it might be a great idea to use the link balloons. It was just sort of what I had on. You were so sad divvying up things. I know it was hard. Anyways, the link balloons. What I did is I made a skeleton, and you're going to see how I put it together here, of the white Lincolns. And then I just fit the lavender, the pastel lilac from Sempertex. Lilac? Violet. They're pastel purple. And I just fit those in and around my skeleton of the white Lincolns. It worked out rather well. I made this afternoon in about 30 minutes. Okay. And plus the board took me about another 15, but I was dreaming it up in my head as I went along. So, you know, you could whip one of these out pretty quick. It would be a great offering for like I said, the gift table, the cake table, all those little things. And also as a welcome, or, you know, up at the bar, if they're having a bar, you can have like what cocktails they're offering, like specialty cocktails for a stag and doe. Jack and Jill, whatever you call them. I have found that term is very regional. Depends on where you're at, is what you call those things. Utility knife works great. Yes. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to start with the bottom with my linking lens. And again, it's an organic, so I don't have set measurements. I just sort of made it up as I went along, starting with bigger on the bottom and working up to smaller at the top, of course. Okay. Now with this, with the linking balloons, you don't have to tie, like traditionally we try neck to tip. That's not the case for this. We're just free flow in the sky. Okay. Okay, and then I did 2 for the bottom. Okay, and then I came up 1. Right? So that gave us our base and an elevation balloon. Then I did another duplet. Okay, and here tie it the tip to one of the necks. Very easily done. Okay, so we're getting the skeleton there. And what I did is the linking balloons later became attachments for the purple or even the gold pearls. They became utilitarian. There was only 2 that I ended up gluing back so you couldn't see. But you could absolutely do this with regular 5-inch balloons, okay? It's no way that you have to use linking. But it wasn't horrible. My purple that I'm using is regular 5-inch. Okay, so we have our next 2. I'm going to go up to the 1 in the middle. So I'm going neck to neck. How's everyone doing up there? All right. And then, of course, we're going to do another duplet. And I varied the sizes up a little bit, okay, as we go. At this point, I started to make the smaller ones to the inside to sort of give the curve, right? So tip to the neck. This one is definitely a trust the process kind of situation because it looks not the greatest as we're making the skeleton. But once we start decorating, we start putting the extras on it, I think it turned out really stinking cute. Okay. And it's going to get all wonky and out of shape, but don't worry about it. Okay, now we're going to go up. And I do recommend for the first time making it, make the board and do like I'm doing and have it climbing up the board so you know how many you need, right? It is I could tell you how many I need, but it all depends on how big and full you want to make it, how you want the direction of your mini garland to go. Okay, we're going to do our next duplex coming up. Hi, Danny. How are you, hon? I've missed you all. 2 weeks with no lives is far, far too long. And many, many apologies for that. What have I done? There we go. Okay, so here we're coming up. I'm going to do one more set, one vertical and one more duplex. Start downsizing them a little bit, right? And then the last little duplet at the top. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take a second and take mine off of here. For those that came in late, haven't seen it, this is what we're hoping for at the end. I'm going to gently take it off the backdrop. My little 3-year-old grandnephew's here today, and I took this up to show my mom after I had made it, and he wanted to play with it. I promised him after we were done he could have it, so I got to save that for him. All right, so let's switch sides. We're going to come back up the same side so you don't see my little glue detachments there. Now, I went ahead and glued on so that we knew where we were as you're going up. It's very easy to weave in the purple in through it. It's harder to do it when it's this kind of catastrophe going on. So on the side wall of my first one, put a glue dash and down there. Okay, holding that on. Then I came up one of the verticals. I put a glue dash on. I will be making another one of these once I have proper 5-inch balloons in because I think it's really cute and it might sell really well. Okay. And there we go. All right, so you can see how it's coming together. And that is, like I said, I call it my skeleton because it kind of looks like, you know, the vertebrae up the back, the spinal column, and right. So now I need my purple guys over the other side so I can do this as I go. Hold on, Michelle, I'm good. Working on, well, we're just the right distance, then it's too far from my eyes and too close to my glasses. And we're gonna melting these stacks and then balloons for the masquerade ball Saturday night. Nice. Staying for the ball, so I'm excited about that. How are you doing? So sorry for, thank you so much, Michelle. I'm doing okay. It's been a trying time. But it's all coming together. His memorial is going to be on the 21st, which thank you to those who agreed that had bought the Lincoln Loon class that we had scheduled on the 21st. We've moved it to the 22nd so I can be there. Randy is going to do most of the teaching. I'll be support in the background. But I do appreciate you being so generous and allowing us to change that date. But it's going okay. It's cold here, let me tell you. Got out of the terminal in Toronto and I could see my breath again. That hadn't happened in a while. That was an unwelcome thing that happened, but it's going well. Yeah, my mom is doing really a lot better than when I left. When my dad's health started to decline, my mom had to start doing a lot more, and she suffers with arthritis, and actually the extra movement had helped her. And so she used to walk exclusively with a cane. Now she's walking around the house without a cane and doing really, really well. So I'm very proud of her. My brother's been here and doing a lot of the heavy lifting in every aspect. And I've sort of been around for support and everything. So it's good. My niece is here, like I said, with my great nephew. And my daughter will be here on Monday. It's family day here in Canada on Monday. It's a holiday, so she's going to come. So it's nice. We're all sort of circling around and taking care of each other, which is good. And I can't believe I got through that without crying. So, but thank you for asking. But it sounds like you're doing amazing things, and I'm very proud of you. You've come a long, long way and doing absolutely amazing. So many of you are. I can't tell you. It's such a joy to me to watch your growth and how you're progressing with your skills and growing your businesses. Makes me so happy. All right. So I am not a huge fan of splitting balloons, but in this scale, it kind of works. So on the I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. I found that worked a little bit better, but either way, I'm sure would work. I just, I don't know. I kind of wanted to see how it would look at the top with the smaller balloons first. All right, so you split your balloon, you wrap it around, and it stays, right? The reason why I'm not a huge fan of these is they end up looking very kidney shaped. So I spend an inordinate amount of time trying to round them out. So all I did was take one of those necks that are sticking out. Okay, I hope you can see that. I know it's white on white, and spin it around. Okay, you don't even have to tie it on. You just spin it in that way. And don't worry too much. We're going to fill in the gaps with the gold coming up the top. Last year around this time. Yes. Yes, that's a good thing. That means you're growing. That means more people are knowing about you. Okay, that's impressive. We always want growth, right? All right. And I might do another one here at the end. Just a little one in see, this is the thing when I'm having to work with the linking balloons. I'm like, how am I going to hide those and very easily go through, right? And let's do probably one more. This will be a single. Right, so we just start filling in gaps as we're coming down. Try and hide your necks, although we will work a little bit with the gold to fill the to cover up a bit of that. Okay. And then if you have a spot where you can't go around the neck, we bring out our friendly neighborhood glue dashes and throw one in there, right? You all know I love my glue dashes. Oh, that's that one. We just use tape to stick on. If you don't use the linking balloons, you can use the glue dashes to stick them on, or you could, like the linking balloons are absolutely not necessary. The 5-inch would probably be better, and then you just, like here, I've got a neck sticking out, and I'm just going to wrap around that. So you could do that, or like I said, you could just throw it on with a glue dash. Okay, I have this one that's going to be a problem. I'm not going to put a purple out this way. So all I do is tie it off, then take that and I put a glue dash on the back, and I don't take the backing off of it, so it's really strong. And you can you tell that that was a linking balloon? Nope. They're going to see it from the side, but no one out there in the world is going to care about that. Okay, I'll do this one too at the top. Now that you can't tell, if you're not going to use the nipple for the link, it's fine. Okay, clean that up. Oh, that one's got a hole. It was long enough down at the neck that I could still utilize it. Kind of shorten it up, right? Let's go ahead and put that in there with a glue dash. So you're basically making it like you would make a large scale design. Filling it in, looking for gaps. So I just spun two together like a quad because I got quite a big gap over here. I'm gonna fill up. I guess that at the end of the day, you have to really recognize that balloons are inanimate objects, and you can make them do what you want them to do. Randy likes to joke that I bend them to my will, but that's fairly accurate because I don't like when they don't listen to what I want them to do, so I force the situation. You know, you can glue it down. We have the means to do these things, right? This one I'm going to absolutely use for the gold, so I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. Be careful, Randy. They're going to think I tie you up or something like that. Yes. With Randy, it's really easy. All I have to do is bat my eyelashes and say, pretty please. Okay, so look for any attachment. Back here, I have a neck sticking out. Just going to tie it in there. Be an opportunist, I guess is what I'm saying, to let give you a source of connections. Getting there. And remember, on this, very much scale matters. Okay, so don't put the big large ones on top, right? Like, you want it to look just like a garland you would make on a 6-foot Chiara board, right? So it's just a mini version. It's hard to see when you're looking at it from behind. And you probably noticed I do a dry fit every time. I put it there and take a look and see if I like where it's at. And if I don't, then forget it. I'll move it. And see, I'll even do this where I'm checking scale, blow it up, hold it with your fingers, hold it up to the spot you want it to go to, and then decrease air until it gets to the look that you like. All right. So there we go. We have a couple of linking situations that are going to help us with our pearls. This one is not. So. But again, if you were using 5 inchers, that wouldn't be an issue. All right, so I have Reflex Gold 260s. Who here has their pearls? Or let me ask, who doesn't have their pearls? I guess is probably a better question, right? I have my Legenda 1.0. Then back in the day, it used to be on a 0.8, but I think they've done something. Even at a 1.0, I usually end up with a little bit, but I want a little bit in the situation just in case I need to tie it off. Hi, Khadija. How are you, love? I owe you a message back. I'm sorry, it's been a little chaotic here, but I would like to come see you or arrange to meet up with you at some point while I'm here. So we love that. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. If you don't already know, I have a video on our YouTube channel that is very slowed down, is very methodical, teaching the pearls. It is all about the practice. Once you have the steps, and I highly recommend saying the steps out loud the first 100 times you do it. And once you have the steps down, it's just practice. And I'll tell you, I'm out of practice because doing those ones today, my hands started to cramp up. I haven't ballooned in a couple of weeks. I did, Maureen. I saw it just before we went on. Congratulations. It looked really good. Hi, by the way. Miss you. Book a call. So you can see at the 1.0, I have my starting end and I have a little nubbin on the end. I will tie a knot in that little nub so I keep my size. And then here we go. I'm going to start back here. I have a little nub from my Linkaloon. The whole thing, Maureen, looked absolutely fabulous. I'm sure it was a lot of work. How's Chops doing? Okay, so for the pearls, I like to let them sort of make their own way. Okay, so I know I want to go down. I'll put a little glue dash on one of them. We're going to come up a little bit. This is very hard to do from behind. We're going to lay down. We're going to look for any crevices or spots, gaps that you might have. These are great for hiding those kinds of things. Okay. Oops. Don't let go of your balloons. That's the big thing. Okay, we're going to come back up and we're going to hit this tip and tie it off. Didn't do that down there, but maybe we'll come up with one. Okay. And then see, it's just flopping around, but bend them to your will. Put a glue where you want it to divot in. There we go. What is Shanna posting? Hold on. But I'm not alone. Okay. If you're struggling with your pearls, post them. Post a video of yourself doing them, and I will take a look. Or send me a DM of yourself doing them. I'll take a look. 99% of the time, I can fix it in the first few seconds because I see something really quick. Okay, and I can message you back and say, oh, you're changing directions on where you're spinning. Sometimes the extra set of eyes just makes all the difference. Or it's you're not softening your balloons enough. Okay. Angel wings. Ooh. Ooh, I'm excited, Maureen. I want to hear all about it. I'm doing the flowers for my father's memorial. That'll be rewarding, I guess is the word. So I've got to get all those in. So this one I ended up with a little much air in there. I'm going to take that off, let the air out, and tie it off. My fingers will cooperate. I'll come back and get those mechanics here in a minute. Because we all know, hide your mechanics, right? The big thing with pearls is not to let them get away from you. I would not normally do it up that way. I should have come back around this way to catch this one. But I'll tell you, see how it's pulling there a little bit? The solve for that is to put a glue dash right on the connection. I missed it a little bit. There you go. And then it's not quite so bad. That one's a little messed, but anyways. It is. He's been cremated, so I'm doing an urn arrangement and then some fans on the side. But be nice. The backdrop's made of foam core. So you know the poster board that you can get that's firm, that has paper on each side and a layer of foam in the middle. You get it from Dollarama, Dollar Tree, all those places. And I showed quickly how to make it. I didn't actually make it, but I explained it quite well. It's just the one sheet. All your cuttings become the back braces and everything. Amazing how quick your hands go. What are you trying to do? You haven't done this in a while. I always think in my brain, this is like putting a garland on a Christmas tree, right? You gotta have it flow nicely. Sometimes it works out really, really well and I love it. And other times I'm like, whoa, that one got away from you, Tess. That's okay. So you can see I'm dry fitting it to try and make the pattern that I want and seeing how much distance I have. There we go. Cute little baby garland. And these, like I said, I think they would sell really well if you put them up on your site and, you know, customize it, you know, baby's first birthday, something, or showering you with love for the presents table, and do like a little vignette with them on there. Put it up on your site, your social medias and everything. Of course, tag the creator. Has anyone else seen these out there in the world? Am I the first, or did I morph it from someone else? I don't think I've seen it out there in the world, but you know, I thought it was cute. It obviously is a ripoff of our large Chiara boards, but I haven't seen anyone miniaturize it. But I think it'd be cute. Tomorrow is Sloane's birthday, and I'm doing a K-pop Demon Hunter. Yes, balloon stack. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. There's a lot of those going on. I was going to do a webinar, but so many people have actually done them all already before I've gotten around to it. So I think it'll be just include a braid. What color scheme are you doing, Maureen? But anyways, there we go. Nope, never seen these. Awesome. Yeah. So we're going to call this the Looney Ballooney Special. Right up there with my religious design that's out there. But yeah, I'm not entirely happy with how the pearls went. And one day here next week, probably I'll get an order of balloons in and do one up proper. But I'd love to see yours. Put them up on our site, on our group, and share your work. I love it. We did the first Canva webinar and the first Linkaloon webinar, the Linkaloon jumbo number. I can't tell you how much I loved that people posted the pictures of their work that they did during those. It just makes me so happy to see your work and to see you succeed. That was just absolutely fabulous. But I'd love to see these two. Give it a good go and let me see. It's not hard. It's not a lot of product, right? I think it was 17 Linkaloons that I used, and maybe 17 purple. Can't believe it's in and around 35 balloons, including your 260s. So it's not that much. It's $1 for the foam core, so it could be a nice price point. You're gonna bring some balloons. So back with you. Yes, a whole suitcase full. I'm gonna try the Looney Ballooney Special. Yay! I appreciate that. But yeah, I think it'll be really cute. And next week when I do a proper one, I will have my silhouette here, and I'm gonna put some vinyl on it and make it cute. But yeah, and you know what? For scale, I would probably even go to a 160 on your pearls. I think it'd be a little bit cuter. And that's probably what I will do. Again, I was working with, what I got in the divorce from Randy. Uh, but anyways, that's a joke, guys. We're still together. It's not a problem. Although I do miss him, my whole heart. It's hard not to have him here with me. But anyways, any questions out there? You gonna, yeah, oh heck yeah, Randy says. Yes, because we, on top of everything else that's been going on, we had orchestrated that Sempertex Europe would ship an order for us to Amsterdam. The people that we're house sitting for were going to Amsterdam for the weekend, and I placed an order, and they were going to ship it to his hotel, and the hotel was going to hold it for them, and then he would get it when he get there. Well, Murphy's luck, I guess, is not on my side lately. The box got delivered to the wrong address, and the lovely people went like to 10 different places around there trying to find it. The people at Sempertex Europe, we've got a claim in for it, but that was how we were going to have extra balloons. So trials and tribulations. So we'll figure it out. It's not the end of the world. We do have enough right now for the webinars we have on the books, so that's not a problem. It's just extras for the lives, but I'm here now, and so I can get those. So it's my money. I want my money back. You all know I'm a cheap girly. So and part of that was my winnings from the costume contest from Nosla. So I'm sure I'll recoup all that. It's just a really big inconvenience. So shoot me a heart. Nah, miss you, hun. But yeah, so I thought this was cute. I dreamt it up. We had actually on February the 3rd, the day before last week's live, just come home from buying the phone core in Montenegro when I got the call. So the phone core is still with Randy over there. I wasn't going to bring it over here. But yeah, so I dreamt it up one day, and I thought, wouldn't that be cute? People are, especially now, looking for like some smaller ideas to still give decor to a room. And this, I think, could be at a really reasonable price point. So if you make one and put one up, or DM me with the picture, tell me how much you would charge for it too. I'm curious to see you around doing your proper pricing. If you're not comfortable with your pricing, we are doing another pricing webinar coming up here not too far in the future. So keep a lookout on that. To get your pricing firm is a really big gift to yourself. That second guessing your pricing is difficult. It's like, oh my God, did I go in too high? Did I go too low? I teach you to come in where you need to be and where in your area is reasonable. Okay, so that's a big thing. Yeah, on a convention table, exactly. Could put the company logo on it, do it in the company colors. Absolutely. What is this is the Looney Ballooney Special, what we made tonight. I'm just naming it. We could call it Tess DeMarcus Special too, but no, the Looney Ballooney. But yeah, I think for our budget baddies, okay, because we all have our own price points. I think this could be a really nice a solution to having an easel. Welcome to. They could put a little table. If you don't own an easel for rental, you can offer this. Tell them, oh, you could just put out a little table. We'll put this on it. A welcoming board, kind of thing. It's really cute. But yeah, give it a go. Let me see. Who's got questions? I would love some questions. I know some people have been like, are you sure you're ready to go back to work? And it's a blessing for me to come back to work. It takes my mind off of everything. So can I book tomorrow? Yes, in the early morning. I am booked for 12 and I believe 3 Eastern. So take a look and see. We could probably do 9 a.m. your time. That would be 10 my time. We could do that, Maureen, if you want. See if it'll let you book still. If it's beyond the time, just message me and we'll make it happen. But yeah, I can't wait to hear what's going on with you guys. But thanks, Sharita. That was another the things that go through your brain when trauma hits you, right? In Montenegro, I box colored my hair, and I had just got my hair cut from a gentleman up the street. He was a stylist, and I had already bought the box color, and I'm like, well, I don't want to bring it back with me and color it there, so frantically coloring my hair before I got on the plane. But thank you. I love it too. It's the little things. I had to rush out and get a new tripod for the phone, and it's very dark down here, so we got one with the light on it. Yeah, it's the little details that you don't think about. But yeah, I got my stash of balloons over there, but the house is there's an air mattress right here where my niece and my great nephew are sleeping. My brother's on the sofa. I'm up in the bed. They're not kind enough to give me the bed. So, but it's good to have people around, and I'm very grateful for it. But okay, that works for me. Got my jukebox up Friday. Oh yeah, okay, so let's work on that for sure. Sharita, I'd love to see you while I'm in town too. I'm thinking about trying to get a get together with Inez, you, maybe Khadija can come, and Maria that's here in Mississauga. Maybe we can all get together and have a lunch somewhere while I'm in town. I would love that. I'll be here until probably mid-March, mid to end of March. We've been talking a lot about how this is all going to go down. If Randy was going to join me and we just stay here. But my mom wants her independence still, and she wants to, she's committed. She wants to be here and take care of the house, and my brother's here for her. He spends probably 2 or 3 nights a week here with her. So that's what's going on. So I will be going back. Absolutely, Carletta. Absolutely. I missed, yeah. Santa Buyers, I want to come. Sure, come on into Toronto. That would be great. Yes, please. Yeah, I think that would be lovely if us ladies get together for lunch somewhere. Maybe in North York area, so it's sort of like halfway in between. I'd love that. But yeah, questions? Anybody? Hit me with what you got. We're ahead of schedule, and I would love the distraction if you've got some. Or tell me what you're up to, or successes. What recent successes have you had? Shanna Davis, how did your thing go that you took to the mayor's office? How did that go? I feel so out of touch. Sure, let us know. I would love to see you. Yeah, that's awesome. Give me the date too. Love you, Maureen. Oh, I will. Okay. I will. I'll hop on there. I saw that you announced the Blondie name and the logo. I love that. I'm seeing things like that just sort of in passing. I've been doing a lot of doom scrolling, but not a lot of hitting the like button, so I apologize for that. But I will. I'll for sure check it out. Oh, you don't like it? It got busy. Okay. It's never too late to change it. I don't know how many iterations of my website and my social media. My logo stuck. Once I put my logo up, it stuck. But I will take a look at it for sure. Yeah, the logo was important to me. It's funny. I'm still getting messages from old clients. Hey, I need balloons coming up. And then I have the auto response like, oh, I'm sorry, we've shuttered our business. But it still makes me really grateful that people still want to buy from me. That was nice. Theme ideas page today. Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. Different themes. You'd have to stay on top of that because some things come in real fast, like K-pop Demon Hunters, and there's some that will stick around. Like Taylor Swift will be around for the duration. Pokemon will be around for the duration, but some of them come and go pretty quickly. Oh, yeah, Randy's giving me notes. February 17th, I am doing the Balloon Business 101 class. If you're new and you're starting and you want to know what goes into opening a business, from thinking of a name, marketing, registering your name, the tools and equipment you need, where to buy balloons, all that sort of stuff goes into that. So that is a really good class if you're sort of, I want to do this, but it's overwhelming to think of everything. If you're interested in that, that is that day. Check out our website for that. Randy, is there a link in the link thing? I made a ChatGPT balloon artist caricature. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Characters, all that, AI, perfect. But be careful about throwing AI over your balloon designs. Like, I can spot them a mile away when AI has touched up your balloons. It looks pretty, but as a consumer standpoint, I would be like, oh, does she even really make that? Is mine going to look like that? It can set unrealistic expectations, especially the shine and the glitter and everything on there. Just be careful of that. Hi, Louise. How are you? Nice to have you on. Yes. Okay. So Randy's telling me in the normal link button that we are on the bottom, the link at the bottom of the live there is the links to our website for the Balloon Business 101 class if you're interested. It's a really good fundamental class. Yes. Yes. All right. I did too. I don't know what you're referring to, Khadija. Oh, I posted my baby shower photos. Weddings. Yeah. How's Randy making out without me? Probably better than I'm making out without him. But yeah, he's very lonely. He just has the 10 cats and the 3 dogs to talk to. The homeowners aren't home. But there's the gentleman that cut my hair. He's a very nice Serbian man. But I said to Randy, his name's Milan, and I just love him. He's very dramatic, right? If you think of what a Serbian man should look like, that's it. The scarf and the furrowed brow and the cigarette and just all pensive. He could be Serbian or French. It goes. The look is the same. But he's an amazing man. So Randy went and had a visit with him today. But yeah, we miss each other. Randy and I, we've been together almost 16 years, and aside from his 2.5 months that he was working in Europe when I was still here in Canada, we have spent 24/7 together for those 16 years. And it's hard. It's hard. It's like a withdrawal that happens. But we talk all the time, day and night. I think the hardest part is the time change, right? Like we got that 6 hours. So I wake up and it's 1:30 his time, and then he goes to bed and it's 6 o'clock my time. So we have a very small window to get to talk to each other for the most part. But show us how to make a heart out of 1 to 60. Yeah. Oh, good, Maureen. Okay. I think I missed something else. Really, Shanna, balloon artist. Oh, good. Oh, yay. Nice. I'll have to look and see. The cats are trying to kill me with love and tripping me. Yeah, they keep running, circling around his feet. Yeah. But, okay, so let's see here. It's about the heart with 1 to 60. It's really about just manipulating it. So leave it, you need some air in there. You're not exactly making it fully all the way through with your pinch, right? Tie it off. Your tie off is going to be your bottom, right? And then it's about distorting it. Okay. What I like to do is at that peak right there, if you give it a little snap right there, it will help it along, but you have to sort of, okay. A little heat from your hand helps. That's your 260 heart. But that little pop helps a lot. That's something too. If you're making like the seaweed with the long 260 and you want it to bend a little bit, just something like that will make it happen. Okay, you got that far. So this is how yours look. That's it, hun. Don't make yourself go crazy over it. That's basically all you can do. You can pull it down. I did this in a live one night, not that long ago, just a few weeks ago, and take a 160 and loop it around, and then take a 160 and loop it around the bottom. So it holds it a little bit better. You can absolutely do that. You could probably also do like a little pinch. No, pinch is not going to work. Yeah, I always just did it that way. Right? It's cute. You could do two and have them link, like to put one through the other. Yours doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's that snap. On the inside, pull it in, and on that inside of that loop, just snap it. Makes all the difference in the world. All right. Any other questions, requests, whatever? See, we can, oh, look at this. A little big, but you could absolutely, oh my goodness. The ideas, right? But that's that. What else would you like? What? Please look at my question. Oh, where was that? Standard buyers. I shouldn't use AI to change the background. Background, absolutely. 100% the background. Just watch how much you do your balloons. Like even teaching in the Canva class, I'm like, be careful, watch, don't put a filter really on it, because what happens is you create a color that is unachievable to recreate. And I don't know about y'all, but I have had so many moms or grandmas or dads send me pictures. Oh, I want this one, this particular color scheme. And I'm like, that does not exist. That is a color corrected photo. Okay. And then you have to explain it and they don't believe you and it becomes a thing. So do yourself and the whole balloon world a favor. Stop color correcting your balloons. Okay. Well lit, yes. Remove the background, yes. Just watch about, some people put like the little shiny stars coming out of it. It looks a little too generated and it can cause some doubt. I know myself. I'm so freaked out with AI right now. I'm second guessing what's real, what's not real all the time. And I'm pretty good judge if I can see it fairly well. Some stuff it's like, oh my God, so just watch that. You might be shooting yourself in the foot if you're doing that too much, and you certainly aren't doing the industry a favor by having colors on your balloons that really don't exist, that you can't recreate. Okay, just be careful. Oh my goodness, I love the hair color. Thank you, Roberta. Nice to see you on. How are you, hon? Miss you. Maureen, can you share? Sorry, everyone. I got to scroll up here, and the old lady eyes aren't working that way. I don't do anything different. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Tess. Hi, Shanna. How are you? I'm at Stefan's school debate, but couldn't be. How's Stefan doing? Tell him Auntie Tess says hi. Miss that boy. And you too, hon, by the way. Maureen, have you seen the new tool up and Away Balloons UK designed for making distorted balloons? Is that the one where you put the foam tubing in it? If so, yes, I've seen that one. I'd like to try it. Have you done distorted flowers? Yes. We did a whole big webinar on distorted. And I'm going to be doing another one here probably, I think, the end of March, early April. I'm going to be doing another distorted flowers class. Okay, I think I'm caught up. I love that you all are commenting so much. Thank you for that. I sure will. Love you. He's killing it, as always. I have no doubt. That boy is going to be a mover and a shaker. He's going to do amazing things. I know it. Distorted balloons. Yeah, Randy's in the background there. He's typing away. Hi, Emily. Oh, we've missed you too. I've been wondering what's going on over there. Is everything okay? I haven't seen your mom on either. I was worried. I was going to reach out and then my world fell apart. So, but nice to have you on. Miss you all. Like a PVC with an angled entry piece and you put a flexible tubing inside. Yes, I've seen it quite extensively. I think it's awesome. I think for the longevity of distorted, that would be revolutionary. I want to make a trip to the hardware store to see how much that tubing costs, to see about financial viability of doing that way. If you have a long-term install, 100%. If it's just a regular day-to-day install and you're throwing a distorted flower on there, I wonder if you can get the price point for it. I'm not going to say you can't. I haven't looked into it, but that was my first reaction. That's got to cost a lot more than a 260. So, you know, and you know, I will look into it and report back to y'all for sure, and let you know. Dream Hire Events is demonstrating on an Instagram. Yeah, it's really cool. I saw that today, her demonstration of it. I've seen it now for about 2 or 3 weeks out there. And I think it's a fabulous way to do it because you can bend it in so many different ways and it stays better. But again, it's the financial viability for me that I will look into. We've been very busy. My family's in the process of buying a new house. Yay! Picking up my grandmother from South Florida. I was on the call while my grandmother sits in the hospital. Grandfather. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Emily. I hope all is well. I've just been through all that nightmare, and it's no fun. So please extend to your mom that I'm thinking about her. I'll probably write her. And to you as well. It's not easy. Getting you know, a little older and dealing with this is heartbreaking. But my heart goes out to you guys. Saves my hands. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I think it would be a lot easier once you got the hang of it, for sure. I like to try it out, and I probably will here in the next couple of weeks. Try it and see what happens. I think it would look good. It definitely, you'd have to really stretch out your 12-inch to accommodate for it. But yeah, it's like it opens the neck of the balloon so that you can shove the tubing in. Yeah, I like it. Trying to make them with 260s, it's impossible. It's not impossible. It just takes a couple technique trainings, and we could get you on there for sure. I know you could. If you want to know it sooner, we do have one-on-one sessions that you can purchase on our site where I sit online and we do one-on-one and I help you step by step to get them for sure. But it is practice. Everything is practice, guys. I say it every day. You know, Mozart didn't sit down at the piano and master it in one day. No one does. This is art. You have to remember, it's not a craft. This is art. It takes skill. Okay. And not that crafts don't take skill, they do. But this, like even just the pearls, the practice of getting the right tension, the right air, spinning it enough, it's an art form. So please give yourself some grace. Don't be upset if you haven't got it yet, but you have to be willing to put into the time to master the art, right? Ordered a tool so I can stuff latex into bubbles. Yeah, that's always a good thing to do. I don't know if you remember me mentioning about my cousin being diagnosed with cancer in 3 years. Oh, I'm so sorry, Danny. I'm so sorry. It's 2026 has been rough for stuff. I'm sorry for your loss. It's cancer is awful. Absolutely. My heart goes out to you for sure. You need to post how many pumps Legenda said. Go into the most common one. You mean the distorted flower, Maureen? How many on the Legenda goes into the distorted? The daisy one, I usually have that set on like a 1.2 for the Legenda. I don't like my daisy ones to be too big. I still have my daisy ones be somewhat small. So 1.2, play with it and see how big you want it. Like mess with your Legenda. Try it a couple times. See, but 1.2 is my sort of favorite. Yeah, it was fast. You know, and that's the thing, right? That's all we can ask for. Even with my dad, he was down here just in the other room working away, and he just went, and you know, no pain. He was home. It had been a struggle. His fall had hurt. We're not entirely sure 100% the cause of death. It could have been his heart finally gave out, but in a week before he passed, he went for another scan and he had another bleed on the brain. The coroner said that one of the pupils was enlarged, so it could have been that it was like that. And, you know, we're very grateful. You have to find those silver linings where, like, he was working, he was feeling productive, which was his big thing. He wanted to always be productive, and it was quick and painless. You know, he was just gone because he wasn't down here for very long. So, yeah, it's all, you know, all we can sort of wish for. He went sort of the way he wanted. It was just, you know, it's hard on my mom. She found him and those kinds of things. Those are hard. But we talk about, you know, my grandfather, my mom's dad, languished in a hospital for 6 months before he passed, just in agony. And I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So, you know, you have to find the bright side, I guess, in some of this. And as much as it hurts and you're in pain and you're crying, we've cracked jokes, you know, you have to. We all need a break until we started really rough. But I trust that there's something better for all of us. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Sherry, you lost as well. It has been. But I'm like, this is it, man. Valentine's Day, that's it, man. We're sailing forward after that. It has to be. But, you know, it's circle of life, right? I'm grateful we had him for 87 years. Yeah. So, and the grandkids, they're all 30 and above. The grandkids, the great grandkids have got to enjoy my parents, and you know, that's more than I got. My grandparents all died when I was very, very young. So again, looking at the bright side of things. But here's to a better rest of the year. Anyways, moving on. I don't want to cry, guys. I just promised myself I wouldn't. So try the Looney Ballooney Special. Post it up. Let me see. I'd love to see your tries at that. And if there's no more questions, we're going to call it. And I'll see you here next week. Remember, next week is the earlier one. And then after that, we have the Balloon Business 101 on the 17th. And we have the second iteration of the Link-A-Loon numbers on the 22nd. All right, so things coming up, and there's more coming after that too. We just have to get the flyers out for you guys to see. But I also want to say a lot of love for the donations that have come through. We were going to give it to the nurses, the PSWs, but Mom asked if it could go to the Heart and Stroke Foundation because they do such great work. So all of the donations that Randy and I received for the month of February are going to go to a big donation to the Heart and Stroke Foundation in my father's memory. So if you care to do that, that's on our website. But for those that have donated, I can't say thank you enough. All right. I'll see you all next week here at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be another great live. And I've got to come around to the front. I don't have my my Randy with the disembodied hands at the back, and I have to end this. But see you all very soon next week. Bye for now.